Hello guys. Recently I made this post about the longest giveaway in history where I asked my followers to predict how many followers I'll have by December 25th, 2025. And I asked the designer I work with to make a design for that, and I posted the giveaway and people were participating. And then some few days later, another designer made a design for me for that giveaway, and he said that the other design was not like perfectly done, justice was not done to it. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, you cooked. And I reposted the design, and this like caught the attention of other designers, and one designer in particular replied to the design of the guy and said, you did not cook. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, let's have it. Let's do a design contest. Let me really see who can cook. Let me see what designers can cook. And I was like, okay. And I started the challenge, and there were so many good entries. I mean, just take a look at this. That's not all. Take a look at this again. So the goal of this contest, honestly, was to help designers amplify their work. Then I want to buy like two designers a drink, but I increased it to three. And most importantly, I wanted to get like a good designer, an extra designer that I could work with, like really work with. And it has been a success so far. All entries were amazing. Like everybody did their best, they tried, so it's like they blew my mind. But then I can only pick three winners. But for this video, I'm going to explain first of all what it means to be a good designer and what it means for a design to be good, at least good enough. So whether you made an entry or not, this video is actually valuable because it talks about design in general, and it really applies to us as creatives, honestly. So a good designer isn't just someone who makes something look nice. A good designer is someone that solves a problem visually, communicates clearly, and designs with purpose. They ask the right question, they listen, and they put the audience or the users at the forefront. Do you get? Because you're designing for people, so you have to think about them. When they see your design, are they going to get the point of the design? What's the focus on? And stuff like that. So they put the audience at the center of everything. In design, technical skills matters. You need to know your tools, you need to understand layout, color, and typography, and then most importantly, you need to be able to adapt. The best designers can actually take feedback, explore different directions, and evolve their ideas without losing their identity. The truth is, originality is what sets designers apart and even other creatives. A strong design actually has personality, balance, and meaning behind every decision. I mean, you've got to be intentional. Also, a good designer is a good communicator. They can explain their choices, accept critique with maturity, and collaborate respectfully. That's a quality of a good designer. Now, having all these qualities as a designer doesn't just make you professional, but also makes you a memorable designer, someone that people would love to work with. Now, that's it for a designer. What makes a design good enough? Because a designer can have all these qualities but then dish out like really terrible designs. So what really makes a design good enough? Because this is a design contest and I'm supposed to pick winners. So what really makes a design good enough? Well, a good design, that is one that is actually solid, functional, and presentable, must actually meet certain essential criteria. The first one will be clear messaging. When you see this design, can you tell right away what the design is all about, what the messaging is? Like, is the main idea easy to understand? Another one is readable text. I mean, you're designing for humans, and your design should put like everyone into consideration. So you should have a balance. So questions like, is the text big enough and easy to read? Is there enough contrast between the text and the background? These are important questions to ask. You also want to think about clean layouts. Is everything lined up neatly and spaced well? When somebody sees your design, what do they get? Is it messy? Is it overcrowded? Or is it like properly organized? Also, your design is supposed to be eye-catching. I mean, that is why it's a design. If your design is so dull and not eye-catching, it defeats the purpose, because when people pay money for designs, or when people want a design for a particular thing, they want it so that it can grab attention, attract the right audience. So is your design eye-catching? Like, does it grab attention? Are shapes, colors, and images used smartly? That's a very important question. Also, you want to think about quality. A good design has good quality. I mean, your design should not be blurry. That's not a sign of a solid design. It should not be blurry. It should be of good quality. So you need to ask yourself, is your design looking neat? Is it looking sharp? Is it looking professional? Is it something that is presentable? Your design has to have high quality. Now, does it fit the purpose? People have brands. Does it match the style, the mood, the brand of the project that's asking you for that design, right? For example, me as Victoria, if you look at my page, you see that I do a lot of things with pink. I'm branding like around the whole pink thing. I'm putting on a pink suit in my PFP, right? And you're making a design for this purpose, and you're designing an entirely different color that doesn't fit my brand. That's wrong. You should accept there's a situation where there's like this communication on what color to use, but I opened it up to the public. Okay, make a design for me, and I gave context, right? I gave context. At that point, it's a good design. I'm making a solid design. You're supposed to make something that fits into my brand. Do you get? So ask yourself, does the design fit the purpose? Does it match the mood? Does it match the style? Does it match the brand of the project or the person you're designing for? And then a solid design should show that the designer puts in effort. I mean, it should show effort and originality. If your design is looking like something that even a 1-year-old can do, even if the design like is clear, it's neat, high quality, it is, the text are bold enough and stuff like that. If it shows poor effort, that's not a solid design. A solid design should show effort and originality, especially in this context where we have like a competition. You have people that are also designing too. So if your design is showing like, oh, this person didn't put in as much effort as this other person, then obviously you won't be picked as a winner, right? So, but in real life, for designing products for people, designing website, designing flyers, designing graphics, whatever you're designing, it should show that you put in effort. There was a thought process, there's originality. It should show that. That's a quality of a solid design. So questions like, does this design show that the designer really thought it through? Does this design show any form of creativity, or is it unique? Something like that. Well, with all this in mind, I have reviewed all entries. Now, these are the winners. So we have this design, and this design as the winners. These designs were picked because I first of all filtered out the people that didn't meet the criteria of a solid design, and then amongst the rest, I had to pick the designs that stood out the most, that showed more creativity, more effort. Do you get? So no offense, no sad feelings, but somebody has to win, and it has to be the best design. And for the designer that I'm going to be working with one-on-one, I picked Victor Oracle. That is VRO underscore designer, if I'm correct. And actually, I picked him immediately. I saw his entry. His entry was really nice. It was different and simple and not stressful. It didn't strain my eyes. It was just simple and calm and different. And we started working together, and it's been amazing so far. If you see designs on my page, then even if I don't give a shout out to him, you should know that he probably made it, right? So, but aside that, I'm still going to have like other designers by the corner that I can reach out to in case he is not available to make a design for me, or he's on a break or something. I'm going to have those people that participated in this contest on standby, right? So if you participated in the contest and you did good, you should know that I might reach out to you if I need a design done urgently and my personal designer is not available. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video to the end. See you later. Ciao ciao.